Hi guys, we're back Bafethu, another day, another video. Bafethu, Western Cape is a war zone. Western Cape, South Africa as a whole is a war zone, but the Western Cape comes number one, like it's a war zone. Jean Ver Sira has written a story. He says Western Cape in turmoil with over 170 murders in 2 weeks, sparking urgent calls for action. Come on now, 170 murders in 2 weeks. Come on, guys. This is a war, I'm telling you, man. Ah, 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 ah. People are dying in Western Cape, and it's run by the DA, the best governed city in South Africa or province. But when it comes to Medangeke, labantu laba, there's something happening. There's either they're working with people's blood. What are they doing with our blood? 5 months after the South African National Defence Force was deployed to the Western Cape to support the South African Police Service in combating rampant crime and gangsterism, the region is now facing an alarming crisis. Cabanga, there's defense. Hayi bahlula abantu abangeke guys. Hayi, this is a pandemic. In just the last 2 weeks, over 170 lives have been tragically lost and more than 1,000 individuals wounded. More than 100 individuals wounded, prompting renewed calls for the declaration of state of disaster. Like, this is a state of disaster. Aibo. The numbers include children under the age of 18 and more than 20, either wounded or killed, and the dominating areas such as Nyanga, Khayelitsha, and Mitchell's Plain showcasing double-digit fatalities. Yo, hayi. Abantu basuka le Eastern Cape bobhizi bukhosi chaos eKapa. Yo, hayi, guys, come on, man. The rise in the murders and attempted murders comes just as newly appointed Provincial Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Sizakele William Gyanti vowed to intensify the fight against gang violence, illegal firearms, and extortion. The latest murders include a mass shooting along Old Klipfontein Road, Nyanga, on Saturday night, which saw four males being attacked by gunmen while changing the tire of a Toyota Avanza they were traveling in. Cabanga nizimele nizitshintshele itayera. Police spokesperson Colonel Andrew told explained that the motive for the attack was believed to be taxi related. Yeah. Another man, aged 22, escaped death in Atlantis after he was shot and wounded in Allegheny Street, Sherwood Park. Police spokesperson Sergeant Wesley Twig confirmed. The SANDF was deployed to the Western Cape in March and is expected to remain until March 31, 2027, as part of a national joint operation under Operation Prosper to combat gangsterism, extortion, and violent crime with a national budget expenditure of Mali, something they will put up front. They always have budget to waste it. It's 800 million in 23. Fuck these people. Earlier this year, Premier Alan Winde received the pressure from communities and activists for a state of disaster to be declared due to ongoing gang violence. At the time, he confirmed there was engagement with acting Minister of Police Fizoros Kachilia and Minister of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs Velenkosini Hlabisa. Abo Kachilia bahlangana the meeting with the illegal ones, born to protect the illegal ones. Renewed calls have been made by JJ Idle, executive director Fight Against Crime SA, who said that the deployment of the SNDF had not delivered results. Proving what everyone has been saying, that South African Defence Force is weak, is the weakest in Africa. Now they're there, but still nothing has changed. More than 170 meters and over 100 attempted murders in such a short period cannot be treated as a business as usual, he said. The Western Cape is facing a violent crime crisis that now demands extraordinary intervention. FAXA is calling on Premier Alan Winde to declare a provincial state of disaster to unlock a coordinated whole of governance response. Why being in that thing, but in under administration Western Cape, they fail to govern them. They fail to govern. They need to be put under administration. If the Premier is unwilling to act, then President Cyril Ramaphosa should consider a national state of disaster or another equivalent national intervention focused on the country's most violent provinces. And Western Cape, and KZN has drastically dropped. It's violent, but it's dropped drastically. While the current SANDF deployment has not yet delivered the result, communities need the answer is not this to scale it back. Riganto spokesperson for the premier, maintained that a national approach would see approval of a state of disaster being declared, while the Western Cape government agrees that levels of violent crime are intolerably high. Declaring a state of disaster will likely not be the best response to this courage. This process would, in any event, have to be approved nationally. Instead, we must intensify our whole of society and whole of government approach in addressing violent crime. We will continue working closely with all stakeholders to combat and prevent crime. Baba Skatele with these statements. What are the tangible actions? We tired with these statements. He's formatting these media police statements. Now, you can say the statement in the next 10 years, Baba. Violent crime would have increased. But what are you going to do? What are you doing now? The SADF is failing. So, what should we do? Now, ultimately, we confirmly believe by granting municipality more policing powers, this can serve as an effective force multiplier for the SAPS. So they want more powers. They want to decentralize the police. Or maybe that's why they've been. Let me keep quiet. Police Oversight and Community Safety MEC Oris Marais said she was deeply concerned about the number of lives being lost and that LEAP officers continue to make a dent in firearm quantification. During week 30 of the 2026, will unfortunately experience an increase in homicide compared to the same period last year, she said. During the past 4 weeks alone, more than 50 illegal firearms have been confiscated. Most recently, on July 29, 2026, LEAP officers in Nyanga recovered 4 AK-47 rifles, assault rifles, one 9mm pistol, and more than 900 rounds of ammunition after receiving a tip-off from residents. Commenting on the deployment of the SANDF, she added that their presence had seen some operational successes, but that it was not the solution ultimately. From the outset of the SANDF deployment under Operation Prosper, we welcome the additional boots on the ground in our policing resource starved province, she said. However, we also made it clear that the deployment of soldiers could never be a silver bullet to the deeply entrenched problem of gang violence in the Western Cape. While the SANDF has recorded some operational successes, it has not met the exceptional many exception expectation many communities had, nor can it replace a well-managed, proper resourced, and intelligent-led police. Guys, they need to be visible cops. Cops need to ride bicycles in the townships, ride bicycles or horses, going street to street, carrying firearms. Well trained cops. Every dog will be in this house hiding. There's no way these dogs are braver than cops. Then, if they're braver than cops, then we need to take dogs, most to be cops. Guys, come on now. I really don't understand. I mean, I really don't get it. Clearly, our government is failing. This statement to me is saying our government is failing to combat crime using all its organ. Pela, the SANDF is the highest to protect us, highest government official to protect us. If they're failing, then clearly our government can't protect us, guys. We need a new government, my friend. We need a new government. And I'm disappointed that it is the Western Cape and it's led by white people. Batembe Ganj. They're the best government, best run city, cleanest city, what. But the crime, my boo. Maybe it's because it's happening in communities that of people of color. I don't wanna dwell in that in racism, but guys, come on, let's work together. Let's work together. Anyway, my friend, please like, please subscribe. See you on the next video.